are back again. This is BigLoudMouth. Hello, we're back again.
We are here.
Episode 31.
Oh, the 31st.
31st episode
of BigLoudMouth.
On a bank holiday, we actually should. Bank holiday. I'm tired.
I'm very strong.
I'm tired.
I'm very well.
I need to hydrate.
I'm very hydrated.
I had a very good Sunday.
I had a great Sunday.
Spent time with God.
Spent time with God, Jesus, Holy Spirit.
Well, anyway, today we're going to be talking about GCSE.
But before we go over GCSE, Tola caused some serious balava. More so yesterday. So yesterday we attended a lovely gathering of people of our same complexion, with different religious backgrounds and spiritual understanding. And this topic
from last week
was raised again by the same instigator, Tola Israel.
What do you mean instigator?
And the whole house caught on fire.
Make sure you finish.
The whole house
what I do, baby.
was caught on fire. It was a war zone. Of people with different belief systems.
But in the end, they came round to my point.
No, they didn't. No one did. The specific word conclusion that was given was that your argument is trash. Your argument is crazy. You, as yourself, you are crazy. And majority of what you said does not make sense.
What I have to say is, for those of you who were there yesterday, you watched this show. When you're watching this episode, please can you put under the comments how Oz is lying again?
First of all, I don't tell lies.
Again.
First of all, I don't tell lies. So anyone that knows me knows I don't tell lies.
You just omit the truth.
I don't omit no truth. I tell the full truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And my God will help me tell the truth.
What?
Exactly. See, you're not accustomed to the truth. So I don't expect you to understand that statement.
No, what you just said is pure jargon.
How's that jargon? I said, I tell the whole truth. Nothing but the truth. And my God will help me tell the truth. How's that jargon? What? Okay, cool. See.
Dude, see, I'm too tired for this.
I can't have conversations with people like him. I literally can't have conversations with people like him.
I'm too tired for this morning.
Okay.
But anyway, speaking about last week, for those who are lost in translation, like this durag-wearing human being here, the question was directed at you to direct it at your pastor. And look at your pastor. It's not there to chastise anyone. It wasn't said to be malicious. I asked a personal question. I said, if your pastor is obese, how can he fast for you? This is the time where you look at the message I wrote.
You look at the message.
And then the message I wrote on my WhatsApp, if you're on my WhatsApp, and if you're watching this video, this is the time you press pause, then you think about what your pastor looks like. And then, if your pastor is not obese, you shrug your shoulder and you say, hey,
okay,
he's talking nonsense.
Okay. Then someone asked you from yesterday, what if your pastor is hench? What was your reply? Your reply word for word.
If your pastor is hench, he'll miss on game days.
No, don't even try it. Don't.
I said he's healthy.
No.
That's what
I said. Mobe, you said what?
I said he's healthy.
So
hold on, what did I say?
Yeah, alone. Swear. You say.
From what I can recollect and remember, I swear that's what I said.
Wow.
I remember the person was wearing Herbalife.
Oh, no, it was, that's why you chat.
Okay, so what did I say?
You said the pastor is suffering.
What did I say?
You said the pastor is suffering. That's what you said. Don't try it.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Am I lying?
Do you know what? Let's drop this.
Am I lying?
You know this
am I lying? Am I lying? So you remember, you say, do you or do you not remember saying?
I remember being asked, saying, if your pastor is hench. I said that your pastor is healthy.
Oh my days, Mogbe. Yay, Allah. Tola. For here.
Swear.
Allah, I swear.
I didn't say that. Even if I did, it's probably a joke. How can I say suffering because it's hench? How can someone who's hench be suffering? Does it make sense to you?
Well, that's what we were trying to say, that you're not all right in your head. That's how we know that you're not all right in your head, because
You are not where. Because when is telling us to move on, because he can see that you have
chat where. You chat where. Because when we were talking about when you asked us to name pastors that were slim, and you now say they are suffering, did you know?
Anyway, GCSEs. GCSEs.
Bastard.
Listen, I'm ready to drop. Honestly, we've had the 50 views. Only our faithful 50 people have watched it. They have made their opinion. You know, even the one that put Bible verse there, I managed to talk to him, and he said, "Okay, you have a point."
Wow, he did not say that. He did not say that because he was there
Anyway,
yesterday. He did say that.
GCSEs, yeah, you're a troublemaker. Anyway, in the light of everything happening, like we said, you know, we always give you guys one serious gist, one unserious gist. That's how the show is. This week we're talking about GCSEs.
What does gist mean? I don't understand gist.
Gist is conversations, you know, either educated or uneducated, ignorant or not ignorant. It's just a conversation, basically. I know we're 2 weeks late, but obviously things have settled down, you know.
No, we're not 2 weeks late.
We're like 2 weeks late.
No, we're not. GCSE was last week.
Was it last week?
Yeah,
Well,
A-level was 2 weeks ago.
yeah, it was before last weekend, though.
It was last week.
Okay, so the hype is down, everything's down, and we have an educator in the building, which comes handy. It comes in handy, you know.
Who's the educator?
You know.
No. Did I teach you?
No. It's too early for this. I'm just saying, you teach in one way or another. You know, this year they've said, I think this is almost like the third year running, with the omission of maybe last year, where records have been smashed when it comes to GCSE grades. Me, if you ask me, they are giving marks away. They're giving marks away for free. These kids are not as smart. No, I'm not trying to down anybody, but yo, it's becoming too easy, man. Like every year, record breaking. The society is not reflecting it.
That's cold.
Yeah, listen.
That's cold.
That's why I'm here. I say things that I see from my own point of view. The society is not reflecting it.
But to be fair, don't you think it would be an issue if there wasn't a record-breaking results every year?
Yeah. Okay. Schools will get money.
No, but do you think that would be more of a bigger problem?
If there wasn't.
Yeah.
No, you just identify, like, you know, the same nonsense, like a few are smart. And not everybody is smart. Not everybody.
Yeah, but everybody can pass an exam.
Everybody can pass, but not everybody can smash an exam.
An academic test does not determine whether or not you're smart.
We know that. That's not what we're trying to get to. Let's not get controversial.
I'm not getting controversial.
I'm talking about GCSE grades.
Yes.
The A-star is like they are dashing...
it's no longer in A-star system anymore.
It's like promo. You get A-star, everybody gets A-star.
But they don't do it like that anymore. It's no longer graded or categorized as A-stars.
We're talking about this one, though.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, was it
No, it's on numbers now.
See, this is what I'm saying. He comes in handy. But to be honest, why? Why?
Well, I think one of the main reasons is due to the connotation and how kids were feeling. You know, we're bringing up generations of kids that are extremely sensitive. So they're dealing with a lot of more so peer pressure and not having a thick skin as we once did. Growing up.
Soft.
Yeah, whatever. You can call it soft, but that's just the way it is now. So, you know, kids that were getting C's or getting F or D's were finding it difficult to deal and coming to terms of the aftermath of saying, okay, it's not the end or be all. Whereas if it's a number-based system, it's a lot of an easier pill to swallow than it would if it was just A being identified as, top, B being identified as okay, C being identified as mediocre, whatever, right? And D just being like, oh my Lord, and then F. So it used to go, and then it used to be it go as far as U, and then
you didn't attend. You were there, but you were not present.
You didn't attend.
Now, let me.
So that was affecting a lot of kids' mental well-being. Kendi, that was for you. Mental well-being. See what I did there? So they had to come up with a different categorized system. That's just one of the main reasons. That's not the full reason, but that's just one of the main reasons.
Even that being one of the main reasons. First of all, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is T. No, I'm joking. Congratulations to everyone who smashed their grades. Like,
And if you didn't smash your grades,
even if you didn't
congratulations
smash
to you.
it, no, obviously, but the news were covering like, the record smashing. So for those who did, congratulations. For those who passed, congratulations. Even if you fail, congratulations. You learn a lesson in life. That is life. Failure is not the end of everything. You even fail more the older you get. That's
a
one
fact.
point. That is one point. Now, you said something that almost literally irked me. You see, this is why I said society does not reflect all these A-star we're seeing, all these 90-something, over 100. The society is not reflecting it.
Okay, I'm gonna pause you there. Just there. Is the society can't reflect it because they're still coming up. The society can't reflect what this great system is doing for our kids because it's a byproduct of a 10 to 5 years time. So it's not gonna have a reflection until 10 years.
Okay.
It's not gonna have a reflection
let me
until
explain
15
the
years.
reflection I'm
We
talking
right now, the society that we are in right now, the reflection of the society that we're in is a reflection of what our group did in school.
No, but this is the reflection I'm saying is the society is not reflecting it in the fact that we're trying to soften things. Like,
we're not trying to soften.
you're
You're old school. You're using old school as a cop out. You're not old school. No, it's not. You're not old school.
You're saying we're not going to use A-star, B grades just because we don't want some other people to feel like
it's not because
they
we
didn't
don't
work
want.
hard
It's
enough
because
or they're not smart enough.
it's because what is happening.
What is happening?
What is happening? We're living in more of a global transition of our kids. Our kids have simple, like for us, we didn't have that many interactions. Even though we can go back to our glory days of MSN, the most friends we can have at MSN was up to 1,000. Kids are having tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. Influential people in their life on a day-to-day basis. They don't have the mental capability to deal with that.
So when I say society isn't reflecting.
The society you're saying they're soft because of the society.
I'm saying the act of changing things around is soft. You
have to develop. It's not soft.
You have to adapt. You have to develop. If you're saying society reflects that these kids now have 10,000 friends that they're allowed to say dumb stuff and get away with it, why not work as hard as you say something dumb? Easy. I don't get it. I don't get what you're saying. When I say society is reflecting, sometimes you know how older people look at generation. We fear for our future.
Yeah,
we're looking at. Maybe people, I'm like, I fear for what's gonna happen next, right? That's what I'm saying. That's because you're seeing the reflection of some dumb things. Like, yo, what's really going on? Now, what I'm saying is the smart side of things, we're not reflecting it. The same way we're ready to cater to, people, to adjust to people who maybe are not well-to-do educationally or something, to cater to them so they can feel belonging, to the society. Yeah. We should be able to preserve those top
but we are.
People. But we are. This is what I'm saying. But when you change things too much,
you're only seeing it. You're seeing it from you're not seeing the totality of things. You're seeing it from just a one perspective angle of, okay, cool, we've adapted the grading system to suit a certain type of demographic. Right?
We're always adapting to suit a certain type of demographic.
But I'm saying what you just said is that why aren't we also improving or protecting those people that are able to cope with that, right?
Help them step up.
And people that are, producing. The truth of the matter is, one, we don't have the infrastructure, nor the resources to do that. Teachers are disgustingly underpaid, right? They are, what they're doing is that they're raising cattle. They're raising cattle. That's what they're doing. They're prepping these kids, right? To be given they're prepping these kids for slaughter. That's exactly what it is. Because they're saying to these kids, they're following this grading system.
For Eid.
Yeah, and that's it. And their goal, the teacher's main goal is to prep this child to pass a specific grading system. That's it. It can be Edexcel, it can be whatever examining bodies, whatever it is. That's what the teachers are doing. Our teachers don't have the time or resources to develop a total child. Yeah. One, it's not their responsibility.
Full responsibility.
It's not their responsibility at all.
Educationally, yes.
Okay. It's not. Let me tell you why I say it's not their responsibility at all. It's not their responsibility whatsoever.
Educationally, I don't agree.
No, to develop, let me finish. To develop a well-rounded child, it is not their responsibility.
educationally, it is their full responsibility.
No, it's not. Why?
It really is.
Why?
It really is.
Okay, I'll tell you why. Okay.
It really is. I feel like parents could do support on the education side of
You're
things.
talking about, you said, let's talk about the totality of education, right?
Yeah.
So, completing a world totality of education includes, if you're just because your child is academically sound, right? If you don't develop your child to have the common reason, that's not a teacher's that's not a teacher's duty to do that. But that's the part of education.
No, but that's why those are life skills.
No. You're missing my point. If a child is education is that, so for instance, a child can be great at maths. Wonderful at maths, extremely wonderful at maths, right? But lack the linguistic intellect to communicate that. That's not the teacher's responsibility. Second example.
No, I think there's a fine line there.
Second example, a person that's great in sports.
Yeah.
And is just great at sports, right? But, what do you call it? Obviously in America it's different because that's what that's what they're doing right now.
You even have to get an average of a C now.
Yes, exactly. In America, it's different. But here, you can just be great at sport. You can drop out of school, 16, follow a semi-professional career, and then try and be a professional, right? The teacher is not their responsibility to cater to that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Not the sports aspect of things.
But that is still part of their education.
Okay, this is what if the kid sticks to education, it's the teacher's full responsibility to educate that child. Not for totality of academics, but for that specific subject. Okay, now maybe I should be more precise. Academically, it is the teacher's full responsibility. Academically, when you talk about academics, like we're grading students, you got to pass your English, you got to pass your maths, you have to communicate how you're going to use this maths and English. It is the teacher's responsibility.
Question. So you know what I do, right?
Yeah.
A lot of what I do boils around just developing your confidence and stuff and being able to understand that you have the skills to do whatever you want to do. Okay, cool. A child that's great academically but does not have the confidence to show that. Some children are like, I know when I was in school, I made a lot of kids around me feel uncomfortable, right? That it was hurting them from studying, right? Not because they weren't intellectually smart or not because they weren't academically gifted. They just weren't in an environment to do that.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Confidence comes as a circumstance of environment.
No, it does not.
Your background.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm
can.
saying?
Okay, yeah, yes, it can. Right? But is it the teacher then responsibility to then install that confidence?
You see confidence, yeah? Learning what you, like, expressing what you learn academically, right, is different from learning that. This is why I said academically. Listen, this is why I went a lot more precise.
No, I'm bringing to you. There are plenty of children that are gifted academically, but they just don't have the confidence to show that. They don't have the confidence to portray that. They don't have the confidence to take it from here to here, right? They don't have it. Is it the teacher's responsibility? Is the teacher's then? No, it's not.
I'm young.
Absolutely not. It's not the children.
No, it's not. That's why you have nursery and primary school.
You can
to help them think in a way where what you're thinking.
You can say all of those things, but yet there's still children.
When you do maths, why do they ask you to show your workings? Some teachers know because you're good at. You know the final answer, but I want you to express your workings. That's you telling the kid like it's okay to know the answer, but show me how you got there. Express it in a mathematical formula.
And how come majority of the time the majority of people fail to do that to show their workings?
That's why when you do maths, they mark you based on your
exactly
steps.
Right. You're proving my point. You're proving my point, but it is not the teacher responsibility.
No, but the teacher has to bang that into them.
Relax.
No,
it's not the teacher's responsibility to say if you're an exam. It's not the teacher's responsibility to say to show your working. It is required. It is required. It is required for you to do that.
So why are you teaching a subject if you can't help the students show their workings? Why are you teaching English if you can't help the students be able to express themselves in an essay? What's there? I want you to write it. Why did I spend my last summer? I just said, and if you write something crap, you tell them, listen, go back again, improve this.
I'll tell you what. I just told you. I just told you. One, they're not provided with enough resources to do that.
Yeah, but I understand and I agree with you. But for you to now say it's not their full responsibility,
because they're not trained. Because
it is
not their responsibility. Because listen, it's not part of their role. It's not part of their role. Their role description. It's not part of what it is right now. it's not part of it.
This is what I'm saying to you. Like, so to show that you can't say it's not a full responsibility. It is, but what you need to say is they're not fully equipped to carry out that full responsibility. Hence why they literally have to, how do you say, sample, pick and choose where they feel like is much more important, and they can hammer in quickly. Where if you then go further to get life skills, you can that life skill can help you express that.
That's
what
another
I'm
thing.
thinking,
You talk about
you know?
that's another thing. You see life skills as a separate from academics.
In a way,
absolutely not.
You know why?
Let
me give you an example.
Do you know why? It's part of the educational system.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example.
It should be part of the educational system.
I know, and I agree with you. But you know, there's a joke where we crack in Nigeria saying an Igbo man might not go to school, but tell him to count you 200,000 naira, he'll count it there. Mm-hmm. He might not be academically smart, but when it comes to running business, an Igbo man can turn one container to 10.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you have to be. You don't have to be smart educationally.
But
he's just got the life skills to carry out those business entrepreneurship out of him. That's why I don't like putting the two together. It's unfair.
No, this is what I'm saying. That's why you're struggling to see.
I think I'm being fair.
No, that's
for someone who's really harsh.
Wait, chill. That's why I feel like you sometimes struggle to see the impact of this so-called academic success because you're identifying the common sense, whatever, or life skills, right, as a separate entity from education. It's not. If my child goes to school, right, I want to try my best for my child to have a full 360 education that includes life skills. Right? That includes academically sound tutoring.
Well, they're not life skills is part of the syllabus, though, isn't it? For even in back in life skills is part of it. No, I'm not talking about PE.
No. I'm sorry. I'm about to call. I'm about to say something. Not PE. What's it called? It's called. I think it's called social science or PCSG. I can't remember the name. Yeah. Those are not life skills. They don't teach you life skills.
See, even life skills that we keep banging on about, it's things most of it. Majority of it, it's experience in life.
It does come with experience. I too also understand that, but life skills is a character-based fundamental.
And that's why I said, right? Confidence is
so
related to confidence.
If you're building a child, right, one of the first things we should be working on as an educational system is to work on the character of a child. Now, that is the most time-consuming thing to do, right? Is to work on someone's character.
To do that, you'd have to study, you have to know who their parents are.
Exactly. Hence why I'm coming in from the point of view that as an educationalist, it is not the teachers' they'll be responsible for certain things, but for totality of a child, for the totality understanding of education, it is not the teacher's responsibility. It falls 100% on the parents. That can be guardians, that can be mom, single mom, that can be both, dual parentship, right? It falls 100% of them to have a totality education base. Otherwise, what's going to happen is that you're gonna find out that your child is academically sound. Your child is wonderful, is gifted academically, right? But that child struggles to maintain the character level. I'm one of those child, right? The struggle to maintain the character understanding and have an impact in that class so that other kids don't have that same success.
Now, so does this go back to my point of saying we're adapting the wrong way?
No. I'll tell you why I say no. The reason I say no is because these teachers, because of the increase of mental illness or mental, whatever. That's the only reason I say no, because a lot of these kids are suffering from what we probably didn't suffer from, right? And a lot of that is both to do with what they're exposed to at a young age.
Pressure from society,
right? They're exposed to so many different things too quickly, right? In a way, we were a little bit.
You know what I find that funny? Do you know how much we were exposed?
But I'm gonna tell you,
personal experience I'm tell you, related to everybody's experience.
Whatever, I can tell you that we weren't exposed to much. I tell you, do you not say that? Do you not say we weren't exposed to much? Because we had a community that safeguarded us.
Okay, fair enough.
Right?
Point, yeah.
So for me, they don't have that. They don't have that, right? a 2-year-old or a 5-year-old, right, can go on the internet if the parents are not computer literates, right, can go on the internet and expose themselves to a whole new galaxy of words that they can't comprehend. They don't understand. They don't understand why people are saying all this stuff about them that they've never met, and they take it to heart as is the gospel. Right? They're not mature enough to comprehend those sort of stuff.
You know,
yes,
I think that's a discussion for another day. I was going to say something like, that's what I'm saying, adapting the wrong way.
It's not adapting the wrong way, because now the teachers have to say, okay, this is what we're dealing with. We don't have the resources to develop the character of a child, which is what we talked about, right? We don't have the resources, not the time, to develop the character of a child. How can we use our catalogue, or why did I say catalogue? Our cattle-based system, right, to improve what we have? Have they? Do I agree? Do I support? Do I support the new grading system? Absolutely not. I don't. But I understand as a necessity.
As a necessity.
Right now, if you,
as a necessity.
I'm telling you right now, I understand it is. Right now, because of the only reason I say that is because just of the conversation I've had with kids and the conversation that I'm dealing with some parents right now.
Oz, you know what happens in the future?
What?
If we keep having this software-based approach. Hold on.
But the world is a software-based approach right now. Something?
Do you know what happens in the future?
What?
The so-called service system we cherish so much in this country.
What service system do we cherish?
No, like that's what we don't produce nothing. We have a service. We still have a service provider.
Right now, we don't even have a service system right now going on.
Basically, all the business want to come here because we're almost one of the smartest people in the world in terms of providing our services. Finance, economics, whatever. Yeah. What we're leaning towards in the future is people not being able to carry that out to full effect anymore. And then what happens?
So this is what it is. It's not that you're talking about the character of our child that we're raising.
No, I'm not even saying character. I'm saying everything.
That is the exams have gotten a lot harder. I'll tell you why. The reason I say the exams going a lot harder, because when they were doing GCSEs, the GCSE that were based was it wasn't the European-based GCSEs. The new GCSE is a European-based GCSEs, right? So back in when he was...
So I have a point to say.
Wait. No? So when I was doing GCSE, it was just called GCSE, and the European-based GCSE was called IGCSE. Now the exams that the IGCSE is doing now is the same exam as what UK is doing now, which is a lot more rigorous, a lot more harder than the GCSE that I did. Right? A decade ago.
You're old.
You senior me. So if I'm old, you senior me.
You just said decade. No one says decade.
Okay.
You're old.
I did 10 years sounded a lot longer. You know what I mean? It's even more than 10 years,
and
but that's what I'm saying.
If you don't really know, sounds like it's 100, but it's literally 10.
So yeah. So do you know what I mean? The IGCSE, so when I was in school, the IGCSE was the higher grading or caliber of GCSE you can do, because it was based on the European GCSE system, right? Which is what they're now doing now.
Hence why.
So the exam is a lot more rigorous. The exam is a lot more harder. That's why they've kind of changed the system, the grading system, to accommodate mental character. Problem. Because if, for instance, if they said it, I know a lot of people got some sixes. There was a lot of sixes. There was a lot of fives flying about, right? Technically, that's a D. Right? However, right, it allows the child to say, okay, GCSE is not the end all or be all. That's all it is. That's all it's designed to do. Because there's a lot of...
No.
It's not a no-no. Because GCSE...
this wasn't taught before.
Exactly. Yes, GCSE was looked at the end all and be all. If you dropped out of school at 16, you knew GCSE, you was going to be a plumber. It was be the end all be all. You're going to end up in McDonald's.
More money than we do.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to end up in McDonald's. Not knowing that the real world, plumber earn a lot more money. Right? Exactly.
I think if to say anything, that's the part of society that I'm even appreciating as a person.
The part,
right?
which part? The part that
Like
says the
part
end,
that
end
it's
is
not, yeah, it's not
exactly.
the end. And
But that's never been. That's never been a discussion that's been accepted. So what schools are trying to do is to say to children, do you know what? Your GCSE isn't the end of meal. Even if you get a U. However,
I hope you see my point.
However, I do see your point. However, we won't make it a stigma by keeping it A, B, C, or D, or E, or F, because it comes with a stigma, it comes with a connotation, right? So what we're doing
We
is that
still suffer from that stigma and connotation when you apply for jobs till now.
I've never been asked my grading.
Well, maybe because I'm in finance. You get asked.
The only thing I get asked is my degree. I never got asked why I got for A-levels. I never get asked for...
ask you, what did you get A-levels or GCSEs?
If they ask me, I'll be like, really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, even in the... just to brag...
Olodo.
Trust me.
Olodo.
Trust me.
Top level Olodo.
My God, this on point. Anyway, but that's what I'm saying. So they're trying to remove the stigma from society, which I think it is a good thing. It's a flip around
It
to
is
go.
a good thing, but can I
to
say
flip around
something?
to
There
say-
are not different ways to do that. By not, making people who really want this super grade of like this A star, they really want a super grade. Does that not... How does it impact them on a mental level as well? Because
The guys that get A stars. Let me tell you something. The people that get A stars don't bother about A stars. That's the truth. I never once bothered. Did you bother? Because you never got A star.
In economics, I did. Don't even go there. See, me, I was an art student. If you know you're Nigeria, art student, they don't...
He was an art student. Although art student, he was drawing, busy drawing.
No, that's not what it means, because I'm even in finance now. What are you talking about? You do commerce, you do...
Why
That's why I'm an accountant today.
He was busy drawing. You don't get sense.
But what I'm saying is, and I think we've mentioned this on the show before, in a light of trying to accommodate so many things, let's not lose the value that keeps the society strong.
What value keeps society strong?
Hold on. The fact that real life, as much as we're trying to tell kids like GCSEs is not the end all be all. Yes, I'm a very big advocate of telling kids that, right? Because I think our generation was almost denied of that.
Yep.
And the stigma. Yes, I do understand. I'm not naive to that. As much as I might sound harsh, I'm not stupid. I know, sometimes education is I feel like education is the least thing you need to even make it in life. You just need application sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Now, my thing is, in the light of doing that, we still need these geniuses to be recognized. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right now, we're catering too much. We're talking about mental impact of kids who are struggling to take that next step.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
Okay,
Wait,
let me give you some clarity. Okay, sorry.
Yeah? To take the next step. The question should be, this is the bar. This is the bar. I know you said it. Capacity, being equipped as a teacher to help them achieve that next step. The thing about life is, there is good. There are gray areas, but you're either this is a simplistic form of looking at things, yeah. But there are gray areas. Let me put that out there. But in life, you're either good or you're not good at something. That's life, right? There's some people who, they're jack of all trades, they can do everything, But most things about life is, when you go to interview, when they try to pick the best out of two evils, they pick the one who's they feel like is best for the job. And the one that's, not too bad, you get that phone call, like, unfortunately, that's not how your email starts. That I feel like they just too... Once we register into the kid's head, like, listen, life, you succeed or you fail, right? That has to be the basis of, like, once you understand that in life, you either succeed or you fail. But guess what? Even when you fail, you can try again. That's what we need to start teaching. When you fail, you can try again. You can try again. Don't let it be the last time you ever try. But now what we have in a society is like we have people who fail and they find out how to try again. And then we try to lower the bar.
But that's what I'm saying.
When they try to try again, we lower the bar.
But the bar hasn't been lowered.
You're talking about changing the exams to match European standards.
Yeah, which is a higher standard.
I know, to be in line with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of Europe. But in our grading systems, almost like they're giving it for free.
No, they're not giving it for free. They're not giving... Grading system is just what they're recognizing as, instead of saying A, B, C, or D, they're saying 9, 8, 7. That's what it is.
Okay.
Right? It's not... They're not saying that... They're changing it to numbers because of the stigma attached. Right? Whatever or not, the geniuses, there's only going to be a few. The rest of the ballpark are going to be the
But should we not
remainers.
look after the geniuses?
I'm not saying the genius. Listen, geniuses get recognized like that. They get recognized like that. They are very well.
Well, you just said we live in a society where it is easy to be forgotten.
Yes, I'm saying it's easy to be forgotten.
It's easy to lose those geniuses.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's not to the school's fault. That's why I said that the responsibility doesn't fall to the school. The responsibility falls to the parents.
Who takes care of the geniuses?
Listen,
That's my question.
The parents really and truly will identify a genius. If you're paying attention to your child, you identify that. For instance, there's this. Today in the morning, I was watching this YouTube this clip of a child that is proven right now. Is going around. He's I think he's 11 right now. He's about to finish his second degree. Right? He's proven to scientists that Einstein theory is incorrect. He's proven that the theory of relativity is not precise. The theory of, what is this guy that was on the wheelchair? Stephen Hawking's, that God does not exist, that is incorrect. He's going around proving that. He started speaking when he was 9 months old. Okay? So, but if the parents...
So you're saying God exists?
Yeah. He's proving that he's going around sitting down with great top scientists and astrophysicists, whatever, and proving theories and going to, one of the main theories he's so far proven, that theory that he's counterproof that Stephen Hawking's theory of God doesn't exist is a load of nonsense. Scientifically.
Hopefully they let him live.
Right? And he's 12 years old.
Okay.
Okay? So when we talk about the totality of a child's education, that's why I said that. The totality of the child education rests on the parents. I'm sorry, but it does. We've given our teachers, we've given the school system way too much workload, way too much responsibility that they have to, like, if population was decreasing and there's enough resources and time, that's cool. An average teacher has to deal with 30 different kids, 30 different characters, 30 different background stories.
Something? This is the job, though. No?
It might be the job, right? You can say this is the job, though. But if you're not funded, you're not well taught, you're not well equipped to do your job efficiently.
You fail. Yes.
Exactly. And teachers are failing every single day. So how can we then say to the teacher that it's their responsibility to make a total
So this is
child?
now you're almost backing my point. So now, should we now be catering to the mental capabilities of those kids or improve that money we spend?
Listen,
wait.
okay.
That money we spend there, why don't we spend it on the teachers?
But this is what I'm saying.
No.
I'm saying this is that this is what it is that we are improving. One, the improvement that we've done is that we're raising the bar to say that our educational exams is going to be the same as European, because Germany for the longest have had a high standard in terms of exam bodies. So we're saying to us as UK citizens, we're going to emulate that. We're going to raise the bar. Now, we do know that, okay, so they weigh up the pros and cons and they go, now we do know that we have majority of kids that will suffer from the stigma of getting a C and a D.
And what?
Okay,
I want
and
to
that
say
is
what is wrong with that.
I'm sorry, but that is the majority. Okay, how do we then deal with the majority well-being? Okay, why don't we just change the grading application? We're not changing the exam. Listen. We're not changing the grades or the exams. We're not changing the exam. We're just calling it a different name. We're just substituting A.
This is why I don't know. This psychological game.
Yes, it is. Of course. Do you know why it's a psychological game? Because we're dealing with tens and thousands of children. We're not dealing with tens of thousands of teachers. We're dealing with tens of thousands of children on a day-to-day basis, or revolting door of tens of thousands of children across the country.
What I say is, improve your educators, and you get a better education.
Yeah, we don't have the resources to do that.
But this is what I'm saying. We're spending money on flipping, catering to, this one might have ADHD, that are just diagnosing kids. I'm sure psychologists are getting paid more in schools than teachers are now.
I don't have the answer to that. I don't know that.
I'm just saying, because there are a lot more school psychologists going around. Yeah, it is good for the system, yeah? Cool, but why don't we
it probably costs less to have one psychologist in a school
to diagnose every other kid that
than to have 20 What I'm saying is that you also have to be realistic.
You get what
Like,
you
what I'm saying.
You get out what you put in.
No, Tola, what I'm also saying that you also have to have a realistic approach to it. Is that population is increasing every day. The number of schools that is being built isn't even increasing in the first place, but population is increasing as rapidly as is crazy. So the revolving door
program in place, encourage people to take on to teach it, pay them better, improve
you're
the
saying,
program.
No, you're seeing this as black and white. It's not black and white.
And I did say there are grey areas.
There's no, in fact,
there are grey areas.
The whole area is grey. There's no black, there's no white. The reason I say that is because
no, you can't say because there are solutions to this. Now people who have solutions exist.
I'm not saying there's no solution. I'm saying be realistic and practical about this. One, educational system will also fall under a political ruling. It's not something that's going to be like that.
And I'm not disputing.
Majority of that is going to come into that. What I'm saying is that, okay, have they made the main counter argument is that you're saying that they're turning the system soft, and I'm saying that they're not. This is the reason, because now they've increased the bar, because you said they're lowering the bar. I said, no, they ain't lowering the bar. They're not lowering the standard. They're increasing the standard, okay? Now, how yes, you're saying, okay, they've increased the standard, but they're putting in a safety net. Right? Yes. And I'm saying, yes, of course, they have to put in a safety net because there's going to be kids that are not mature enough to deal with this. And it's not the society's fault that we have kids that is because we're leaving the totality of education of a child to a teacher. And that's what we're dealing with right now.
Every parent should have a major part to play in the kids' educational life.
In fact, not just a major part, they should be the part. It should be them to play. Because the reason I say that is because, one, a lot of parents aren't even researching funding. They're not researching, what type of schools.
That's not a fair verdict to do, yeah?
Okay.
You know what?
I say that.
It's not a fair
verdict. I'll take that back. A lot of parents that I've spoken to are not doing what I feel like they should be doing.
I know, but still not a fair verdict. But because we're running out of time, I'll tell you.
I'm saying this as is a verdict from the parents that I've spoken to.
I know, but you're forgetting that our working society has also changed.
Don't deny the working society hasn't changed. What I'm saying is this: I understand that parents have to. Being a parent is the hardest thing to do. I do not dispute that. I'm not a parent, right? But the small responsibility that I have with my nephew is it can make me go crazy. Okay, I understand that. I'm being logical with what I'm saying. Trying to be practical with what I'm saying. However, that doesn't mean that every day we leave it up to our teacher to decide for us, right? To decide what sort of. Do you know that your child can take an exam at any age that they feel like?
Yeah.
I think but in some schools they would deny you that. Some school would deny that. But if you don't know that, you're gonna go with this. We are gonna go with the normal time frame of when your child should take an education. What if your child is already beyond that? Or what if your child isn't ready for that? What do you do then?
Anyway,
exactly.
There's a lot to talk about this. I think we have to continue this another day. We're running out of time.
Hopefully next time I will try and get like a proper educationalist, because I am not an educationalist. I am just a very humble, good-looking, tall, chocolate individual.
You have a way of ruining a very good podcast. But anyway, I can't believe I said that out loud. But yeah, to be honest with you, congratulations to everybody else, everyone who took the GCSEs. We're proud of, the grades that are coming out. Honestly, I think if it was the other way around, we'd be sat here just dissing the students.
Just being insulting their father.
Young generations, but you know what? It's always good to understand things especially when you grow older, it's always good to understand how the educational system is keeping up. I still believe it's soft. Obviously, us being in a system knows it's not soft. Let us know what you think. Do you think education in
the system isn't soft? The children are soft. Two different things.
Do you think educational system in this country is actually soft, and we actually cater to the wrong side of the educational part of things? Are we catering more to like the mental strength of and spending more on psychological part of the education, while we should be improving our teachers and equipping them to be the best of the best they can be? Because like we know, teachers are really underpaid, and they're not even trained properly. I have a teaching qualification, and I tell you, it took me 2 weeks to get it. I don't use it. It took me 2 weeks to get. You know, doesn't mean I can teach. But can you see what I'm saying, right? And it's one of the reasons why I couldn't go into education. But let us know. Let us know. You know, let us know. Oh, you're making a mockery of this.
Who gave you the 2 weeks qualification?
What's the City Guild or whatever they call it? You know what I'm saying? Let us know what your thoughts are. You know, if you're from a different diaspora, please come in, compare, contrast. You know, where you're coming from to where you're living now. It doesn't matter wherever you're in the world. Thank you very much.
I like the way diaspora has now become the norm to you. You know, before it was the word that he was learning.
Closing the show.
It took him 6 months.
Producer, how long do we have?
You know,
30 seconds.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Oz.
And this is Tola. And
Love
this
you.
is Big Loud Mouth.
Back again. This is Big Loud Mouth.